Have you ever wondered what the world would look like if everything was just one color? Like, imagine a world that's entirely purple, blue, or even yellow, or a fantasy world that feels so real. It's like you could step right into it. Well, in today's video, I'm challenging myself as usual, but this isn't any challenge. I'm going to create a complete detailed painting using only one color and try to bring it to life. There are literally millions of colors out there, so which one should I choose? I think I found my favorite color, pastel pink. There's one little problem. I cannot use one shade for a whole painting. Alright, color talk aside, let's talk about the exciting part, sketching. I needed a subject, an idea. But it hit me. Seriously. This is the hardest part of doing a challenge, when you have no idea what to draw. After brainstorming for a while, my cat is literally not letting me focus. I think she's trying to tell me that she is the idea. I am like, why not? But since I have two cats, I want to draw both of them. Danny and Mushi. I'm trying to snap as many photos of them as possible to use as references. I did my first sketch and I have to say I totally ruined it. But I figured I needed to look at a bunch of different cat references first. So I checked out tons of examples, and now let's go for the next sketches. I actually love my second sketch. It turned out so cute, but I'm gonna keep going until I reach the final one. I've done so many sketches that the whole page is covered. Wow! I can officially say I'm ready to start working on the final sketch on Procreate. After a ton of effort, I finally finished a few digital sketches, and I have to say, I think I love all of them. And now the exciting part begins. Alright, it's time to transfer my sketch. I'm transferring the sketch I love the most onto the cardboard. I mean, I wouldn't call this part super exciting, but I'm just so happy that the sketching part is finally over. My characters are all set, and now it's time to bring them to life with a twist. Everything is going to be pink. I'm facing a bit of dilemma here. I've got two main tasks. First, adding some texture with a modeling paste, and second, starting the coloring process. Honestly, I have no idea which one to kick off with, but I think I'll dive into coloring the characters first. Since I still have zero clue what I'm doing for the background, coloring the characters feels like the right place to start. When it comes to technique, I'm gonna rank them based on my comfort level. Number 1, colored pencils. This is my comfort zone. I am 100% confident here. Number 2, markers. I absolutely love coloring with markers. It's just so satisfying. Number 3, gouache and watercolor. I really love these, but I'm still pretty new to the game, so don't judge. After thinking it over, I've decided to use all of them. But here's the thing. Some of my markers running dry. I love them too much to waste them. I'm about to start coloring, but what technique should I use first? Colored pencils. But wait, what was the challenge? Using only one color, pink. So, I'm gonna use every pink I own. But first, let's watch a quick tutorial. How do I color with colored pencils? Before I show you how to do it, you need to take a deep breath. If you want to master color pencils, you need tons of patience. For this technique, you have to layer the colors from light to dark, gradually increasing the pressure. It's all about patience and being super calm. To color Danny and Mushi, I first need to check out some other artists' work so I don't get stuck. After looking at plenty of references, I'm grabbing my pencils. I'll start with the eyes, but first, another deep breath. I want to make the eyes look shiny and galaxy-like. It's not cheating. I want to color them exactly as they are in real life to really capture the viewer's attention. They both have green eyes. And after searching forever, I finally found the perfect shade of green. Alright, the eyes are finished. Since I mentioned that I have to try every single technique, I'm going to use gouache for their bodies. But as I said before, I'm still a total newbie at this technique. So how exactly do I use gouache? I did a ton of research on YouTube and watched a bunch of tutorials. And finally, I figured it out. There are basically two ways to work with gouache. Method 1 is to dilute the paint for the base layers and then add more layers to make the colors more opaque. And the catch is, you have to wait for each layer to dry completely. Method 2 is, don't be afraid. Just go bold from the start with dark and thick colors. And then use some light versions alongside them. Up until now, I've always stuck to the first method. Alright, time to get the main event, coloring the characters. I'm getting all my gear ready, mixing up the perfect shades, and let's get this coloring season started. But remember, the craziest part of this challenge? I'm not allowed to use any colors other than pink. Yeah, you heard me right. I have no idea how this challenge is going to turn out. I am exhausted. Seriously, I'm so tired, but I have to finish this challenge. No giving up. I've spent way too much time sketching and coloring, but the result? Total fail. I didn't like the way they turned out. I have this feeling that I can do it better. So, yeah, I'm starting a new sketch. Since I've already done so many sketches, I'm just gonna grab my second favorite one and trace it onto my main cardboard. Okay, characters are traced, but this time I'm switching things up and starting with the background. Problem is, I have zero ideas for what to draw, so I'm sketching a rough layout of pink flowers in my sketchbook and coloring them with markers to test it out. I succeeded! My background sketch is ready. Boom! I really like it, so I'm gonna go for it on the final piece. Now let's get to the painting. I'm starting with watercolor for the base, then moving on to gouache. I'm going to use gouache. I colored my background, but I made a mistake. Not working layer by layer is what made my painting turn out wrong. Even then, it's still not looking exactly how I want it to. Okay, deep breath. I'm doing it all over again, but this time with way more patience and focus. Okay, this time I'm starting with the layers that are farthest back. So I'm drawing the clouds and the sky. And this time I'm gonna paint everything layer by layer so I can move through it without making mistakes.
2,000 years later.
The background has a few parts. I've successfully crushed part 1. Now it's time to move on to part 2. This time I need to mix up light pink and paint the flowers in the background. Of course, I'm using a bit of mild green too, so the painting doesn't end up looking too weird. Well, I can say this stage turned out great. So, what's next? I gotta wait for the paint to dry. Part 3. I need to mix a soft pink and use it to paint the flowers that are somewhat close. Honestly, finishing this challenge is a huge challenge in itself because since I decided to use another color beside pink, I have to make sure the pink really stands out. Now I need to take a deep breath and start stage 4. I have to mix up dark pink and paint the flowers that are super close. This stage is so exciting, but I have to be careful not to ruin it. But hey, this one was a success too. After many mistakes, it finally looks good. Now it's time for the characters. So, remember how I spent so much time for the characters? I even got to the coloring part, but totally fumbled it. So, this time I'm going in with way more focus. Okay? I'm transferring these new characters I drew from my iPad to the cardboard. But first, I gotta lock down the technique I wanna use. Markers. This time I'm gonna get it right. No mistakes. Yes! I totally forgot how much I wanted to color Danny and Mushi with markers. I bet they're huge marker fans. I'm so hyped. Let's get this part started. Here are my characters and here are my markers. Eyes gotta be green. But how do I even color an eye? I'm gonna use these greens. Start light for the base, then layer darker shades. Building it up, I'm adding several layers of dark colors and blending them all together. For blending, I'll use that light base green again. And finally, a touch of white for the highlights. Boom! Cat eyes. Now let's get to their bodies. Danny is a calico cat, so that means 3 colors. Quick confession. I did a ton of searching to find the right way to color a cat, and I think I found some good strategies. I'll try to color it step by step, but there's one super crucial thing. Inner peace. No inner peace means a ruined painting. Alright, Mushi's turn. Since Mushi's my little one, I drew her a bit smaller. Tell me in the comments, which one do you like the most, Mushi or Danny? Impression time. Neither of them actually likes me, but I'm obsessed with both of them. I'm kinda nervous about how you all react to the painting, but I'll show you the final result. Okay, we've made it to the end of this challenge. Everything is basically done. Just adding a few little touches like highlights, sticking the cats onto the background, and yes, it's finished. I've got 0 ideas for the next challenge, so hit me with your ideas and drop your suggestions in the comments. Love you all. Catch you at the next video. Bye.